Alright, so I stripped a little bit off. Probably did way too much. Um, so what I'm going to do with that is I'll take and I'll solder around here about 3/8 of an inch from the outer. Trying to get it so I can do it and see what I'm doing. I put a little flux on the shield. So hopefully, it's clean enough to get it all hot and bothered and put some solder on this sucker. But you just tin the wire all the way around. Don't keep it on too long because you don't want to burn the insulation. But trust me, this way makes it a lot easier to work with when you're putting an end on it and everything. I like to make sure, double and triple check. See where it's soldered? So it's about 3/8 of an inch, maybe even a half an inch from the plastic cover. I need to grab a silver PL-259. PL-250 or SO-239s are what's on the back of my radio. So those are the silver connectors that I use. Yes, they are silver. And if it seems like I'm taking too long or whatever, I probably am. But that's what happens when you're handicapped. So I'm just thankful I can get this stuff done and not have to pay anybody. The brain works, the hands don't. Alright, so that's PL-259, silver. Alright, so what I'm going to do, you always want to slide the outer casing over your coax before you solder this PL-259 on. I've seen a lot of people do it. I've done it myself. But you take that off, comes apart, and always remember to slide it down your coax the right way, of course. All right, so that's on there. Now, what I'm going to do is take the PL-259 and if you can see the hole, that's where you want to cut the coax when it gets up against that portion of the PL-259. So it works better if you So I'm going to be cutting it. I could put a mark on it. It's probably best if I do, right? That way I could show you guys. Take the razor knife, find my mark, and then I just apply pressure. Give this another little gentle nudge. I'll take these, and it's got a nice set of teeth, unlike your mom. I can grab and twist without messing anything up, such as this. But anyway, it's easier to cut it. Doesn't leave a huge mess. And so that's what it looks like. I think you guys can see that. Okay, so it doesn't have any existing crap around the dielectric inside, if that's what this material is. I'd be able to tell if, well, I mean, it looks like dielectric. But then I'll take the razor blade and I'll clean it up a little bit. Make sure nothing's touching the center, which a good ohm meter will tell you that, continuity tester. But I still like to clean it up and make sure that there's no issues. Put everything together, and then all of a sudden you got an issue. Yeah, that really sucks. So if I see something that could potentially cause an issue like that, I like to address it before. That way you get it right the first time. Screw the connector on. I like to make sure that I've got it all lined up. And then normally I'll take pliers or vice grips or something, because like I said, my hands are for the birds. So any kind of help is greatly appreciated. Unless, of course, it goes on real easy. Like this, it's going on real easy. Funny. But I guess it's feeling a little sympathy for me, probably because the tower decided to today. So I'm going to pick up the stuff I cut off. Oops. That stuff. Get it out of my way. Make sure it's in the trash so the dog doesn't go, oh, look. So here's what I'm going to do now. That connector is on. It's not soldered yet. Got a little extra to clip off, which To me, it helps. It makes it easier for me, so that's why I do it. So here's what I'll do. Always clean your tip. That sounds kind of funny, but really, you don't want to go at it with a dirty tip. See, and what I'll do after this, I'll take my continuity tester and I'll test the continuity, make sure it's not shorting out inside. Definitely do not grab the PL-259 right after you solder. That might leave a mark. Oh, it will. Definitely will. So what I do is I go down here with the cutters and give it a whack. But of course I want to make sure that I don't cut the PL-259 that I just put on. Make sure my solder job is decent or good. You don't want it to be crap. I don't want it to be crap like my cutters. Cool. Alright. So now that I got that one done, I am going to solder the shield part. Alright. So I lined it up to where I can solder it and it'll stay in place for me. Clean your tip. I like a nice shiny tip. And then I take, just like this, heat up the area. And feed a little bit of solder in there. Some people don't solder these. I suggest you do, because if you don't, you're wasting your time. Now I could get like right up in it. Yeah. Clean the tip. Always clean your tip. Always clean your tip. You don't want to go in with a dirty tip. Alright. So that's a large area we're heating up. So I use the center of the iron. A lot of people don't do that, don't like that, but it works. And like I said, you don't want to keep it on too long to where it burns out your dielectric in there. The nut, I guess they would call it, and then just run that up. That way you could plug it into your hole and communicate. Alright, let's see. I think maybe we have a chance. Maybe. All right. Let me grab my probes. If I touch the shield over here, it'll short. Now, if I screw it up, I'm going to leave this one on over here, right, on the shield. And if I touch this center and it beeps, I messed up. Thank God. Okay, now I'm going to touch the center of that BNC connector to the shield over here. All right. That was center. And that is shield. Nothing. No beep. Beep. All right. Center. Shield. No beep. Center. Center. All right. We're good. And that is how Mr. Handicap Man does the PL-259 connectors. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it might be overkill. Yeah, I might be doing it wrong in your eyes. But I've been doing these for 30 plus years, and I've never had a problem with them. I've had people bring me their problems to fix them, but I enjoy dabbling in electronics, learning as I go. And always put your tools back in the bag. N6 Foxtrot Tango Whiskey 7-3.